Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take the sources you need to be informed about, cut through the noise, and deliver the essential analysis directly to you.
Today, we're tackling global mobility.
That's right. But we're not just talking about, a quick business trip for a few days.
No, this is about the long assignment, the kind of relocation that lasts for months, where the place you're staying stops being just temporary lodging and, well, it needs to become your actual home base.
And that's really the core of the problem, isn't it?
It is. For decades, the whole serviced apartment model was built on standardization and just pure function.
You got a kitchen, you got a clean space.
Exactly. But it's so often failed on that crucial third pillar, social engagement, lifestyle integration. And the result is, frankly, isolation, which can completely derail an important assignment.
So our sources today point to a major strategic pivot in this market. It's being driven by Shama Serviced Apartments, which is a flagship brand under O&YZ's Hospitality Group.
And this isn't just about them adding a few new locations. This is a full-scale rebranding. It's an operational effort to blend, genuine home comfort with a comprehensive, curated lifestyle.
All across the Asia-Pacific region, which is a huge market.
A critical market. It's a really sophisticated response to what the modern remote worker and the long-term expat actually demand now.
So our mission today is to unpack this strategy. We want to understand what they're building, how it works in practice, and what it all signals for the future of extended stay living.
Let's do it.
So I think we need to stop calling these just apartments. They're more like a strategic response to remote work fatigue and the corporate need to keep employees happy and productive on those long assignments.
I think that's the right way to look at it.
The sources point to one central unifying idea across their whole expansion plan. What is that core concept, and why does it mean they have to, redefine the industry?
Okay, so the central concept unifying this entire push is what they're calling the Shama hub.
Shama.
And it's crucial because it stops treating accommodation as a simple transaction. It's not just four walls and the lease anymore. It's about treating it as a dynamic, integrated living environment.
So it's about emotional and social connection, not just a physical space.
Precisely. And they're building this around three main operational pillars: creativity, flexibility, and community engagement.
Okay, I hear those pillars and they sound perfect for a press release.
Yeah, they do.
But what does creativity or flexibility actually mean when I walk through the door after a 16-hour flight? Is this just marketing speak?
That's a very fair question. And this is where we need to dive into the practical design elements. Creativity in this context is really about the interior design and how they plan the space.
So what does that look like?
These are not your standardized, cramped hotel rooms. They are focused on spacious, modular units. So think dedicated non-bedroom zones for working, or maybe flexible, movable partitions so you can actually separate your desk from your living space.
That is a key distinction. The long-term stay blurs those lines so fast.
It does. If your work desk is also your dining table, the whole experience just suffers.
Absolutely.
Then you have the second pillar, flexibility. And that's about the lease and the support systems. You get this high-touch, reliable, 24/7 hotel-level service.
Meaning things get fixed immediately, not days later.
Right. But you get that without the rigid, long-term lease terms you often see with corporate housing. It's designed to scale with your project's duration, real adaptability.
So they're actively recognizing that long-term residents, they want to maintain their identity and their established way of life, not just put it on pause while they're away.
That's it. It's accommodation that actively supports the guest's life abroad. And the leadership is very clear about this. The CEO of O&YX Hospitality Group, Yuthachai Charmanachita, he put it this way, and I'm quoting here. At Shama Hub, we believe in providing more than just a roof over your head. We offer an experience that defines you.
That's a strong statement. Defines you. It signals that the goal is personalization, which is a really clear break from those old isolated models.
It's a total...
The functionality sounds strong, but let's get into the hard physical details. What does a guest actually see when they walk into one of these units, and what services make it reliable?
The focus is squarely on practicality. I mean, for stays that last weeks or months. So beyond the customizable layout, the core difference is that commitment to reliability and comfort. The units range from studios up to much larger spaces.
So it could work for a solo consultant or even a small family relocating.
Exactly. But the critical selling point, especially in a market as competitive as Asia-Pacific, is that guests get 24/7 hotel-level care. You have continuous support for security, maintenance, concierge needs, everything.
That 247 layer of reliability is crucial, as you said, but it must be expensive to staff all the time. How does a mid-scale brand like Shama Hub achieve that without, breaking the bank? Are they cutting corners somewhere else?
That's a sharp question. They seem to achieve it by optimizing the non-residential spaces. They leverage high-use amenities to justify those staffing costs.
So it's not just about the apartment itself, it's about the hub elements that
Yeah.
everyone shares.
It's the full package.
And these are the amenities that are non-negotiable for a modern professional, I'd imagine. You need to work effectively, stay healthy, and you don't want to have to leave the property to do it, especially when you're jet lagged.
Correct. Our sources really emphasize the need for things like self-service business cabins, private, quiet spots for video calls, and full modern fitness centers.
And probably most importantly, those communal hub spaces.
Yes. And these aren't just lobbies, they are intentionally designed as collaboration zones.
And that's where the concept gets its name, I guess. It moves the laptop off the dining room table and into a functional, socially integrated space. It must transform the feeling from being cooped up in a single room to being part of a bigger community.
It creates that sense of place. But for this to really work, it needs scale, significant scale. And that brings us to their geographic strategy. Where are they actually planting these hubs?
Well, Shama already has a pretty notable presence across key markets. We're talking Thailand, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia. But this expansion isn't just about adding more locations. It's a structural clarification of their whole portfolio.
Absolutely. They've organized their offerings into 3 distinct tiers to meet different needs and different price points, which is key for any business traveler managing a budget.
So what are the tiers?
You've got Shama Luxe for the upscale segment. Think dedicated concierge, designer furniture, prime city center locations. Then there's Shama, the standard segment, which is known for its consistency.
And finally, the new focus, Shama Hub. This is where the innovation is happening, right? Targeting the mid-scale segment.
That's the one. And the key difference between Luxe and Hub is that the Hub emphasizes functional community over sheer luxury.
Okay, so Lux offers opulence, while the Hub is optimized for integration and connectivity.
Exactly. That robust co-working space is more important than the most expensive marble countertops. It's built for the professional who is, budget conscious but also socially engaged.
And we have some specific new properties that show where this strategy is taking them. It's not just capital cities, it's also up-and-coming business zones.
Right. Take Shama Hub Qintang in Hangzhou, China. It's strategically located in the Dajiangdong area, specifically chosen for its proximity to big commercial centers and places like Dongsha Lake Park.
So it's designed to serve that growing tech and business community there.
Yeah.
A mix of work and leisure.
That's the idea. And then you have the urban density of Shama Hub Metro South in Hong Kong. That one offers 139 rooms across 26 floors, so you get immediate access to the city core, but it's still near some natural surroundings.
That mixture must appeal to a long-term resident. You need the city connection, but also the ability to find some green space after a stressful day.
It's a huge draw. And this expansion is also about reinforcing their home base. Their regional goal is to become Thailand's leading serviced apartment brand.
Yeah.
Nothing less. They already run 6 prime locations in Thailand, and they have plans for more, including a Shama Rayong property set for 2027. So the hub concept isn't some niche experiment. It's central to their core identity in one of APAC's most critical travel markets.
This entire evolution, though, it really seems to hinge on that third pillar we mentioned, community. Why is that curated social element so crucial for someone staying for weeks or months?
Because isolation is a known killer of assignment success and personal well-being. Shama is capitalizing on the proven link between employee happiness and retention.
So this isn't just fluffy community building, it's a retention strategy in the war for global talent.
It absolutely is, and that's where the Shama Social Club comes in.
The social club, it sounds great on paper, but how do they make sure it doesn't just feel like, mandatory corporate fun? How do they make it feel authentic?
That is the key challenge they have to manage. The Social Club is defined as a dedicated lifestyle program designed to build organic connections. And crucially, these connections go beyond the property line. They build bridges not just among guests, but with the wider local community too.
So they're actually facilitating true integration. They're essentially curating a ready-made social circle for someone who's just arrived.
Exactly that. And they achieve it by putting these properties in vibrant neighborhoods, for one, which makes local integration easier. And then they facilitate tangible partnerships, think organized trips to local markets, collaborations with area gyms, or even cooking classes with regional cuisine.
It really supports that vision they mentioned, making guests feel at home wherever they stay.
It does.
And that level of interaction, it moves the whole experience beyond a simple transaction. It's not just renting a room anymore, it's becoming part of an integrated life. It's an investment in the guest's well-being.
And it sets a new, elevated standard for what business travelers should really expect when they land in the Asia-Pacific region.
So wrapping up, what does this all mean? I think the core takeaway is that the extended stay market is evolving, and it's evolving fast.
It is.
Driven by concepts like the Shama Hub, accommodation is shifting from just providing functional rooms to offering a holistic, community-focused ecosystem. And all of it is backed by those reliable 247 hotel standards.
Which ensures that productivity doesn't come at the cost of personal well-being.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, the implication here is pretty significant, isn't it? As global mobility increases, as companies rely more on temporary assignments and remote teams, this raises a big question.
It does. Will this social club, model, and curated community become an expected necessity for every business traveler? Is it going to replace the traditional isolation that once defined these long-term stays?
It really feels like the market is moving quickly in that direction. And it leaves a final thought for you, our listener. Think about the last time you traveled for an extended period. How much of a difference would a readily available local community and 257 support have made to your overall experience? Something to mull over as you plan your next long-haul project.